Hey, what's up guys? My name is Dan, and welcome to episode number 25 of my Tropico 4 Modern Times Let's Play series on the channel here. And this is going to be the final episode. Guys, this is the end of my Tropico 4 Modern Times series. Right here, right now, in the next 20 or so minutes, we'll be finishing up our work on this island. And I guess we'll transfer the power to the leader of some kind of faction. I guess I'll choose at random. I don't know. Hey, look, there's a cool jet. But let's just go ahead and, you know, overview what we did on our island here. There might be some people that didn't watch the first 3 or 4 episodes, so I'm gonna go ahead and, you know, do a little recap of how we started and, you know, how we progressed. So anyway, we started here, obviously, with the palace, and we kind of expanded here. We started building, like, one of the first things I did, I remember, was I built 2 roads, like these roads right here, and then I just built a large amount of farms, like these kind of old-fashioned farms, like the run-down ones, and I set them all onto sugar because, you know, the first thing that you do on an island is when you start an island, you check for crop conditions by using this thing, and, you know, you check like where is there, you know, like good natural resources. That's what you need. Natural resources, to be honest with you, they're the best thing that power your economy in this game. So after I got my initial economy up and running on the island with my sugar farms, I went ahead and expanded here. Obviously, you know, you want to build, you know, residential buildings beside your jobs because, you know, people don't want to commute far. And here, I think they're ideally placed. You know, in the beginning, I was like, maybe I should just build separate residential neighborhoods, but, you know, this turned out pretty good. Here, I was actually wondering why I had an empty space here, and now I realize that I have farms and these humongous biofarms and logging camp. But yeah, anyway, so basically that's how I got my economy kick-started. There are other ways of getting your economy started, but I think this is the easiest way if you know, you're playing Tropico and you start a new island. But as you can see here, I then started building you know, garages, seamstress offices. That's all, you know, like second nature to me. Like, you know, you have to build that everywhere you build your industries. You have to build seamstress offices, garages, and of course metro stations later on in your you know, later on your island in the late game, basically, if yeah, if we can call it the late game. But you know, this idea proved to work so far. Like, I mean, that's what I did. Like, for example, here, well, actually here, this was a whole separate residential neighborhood, and people actually live there, and I think it's because I went ahead and hired a bunch of a bunch of uneducated workers in the late game for like 25k a piece, because you know, in this game, every time you hire foreign workers, the price goes up. And like, because of that, they came to the island, and I had a lot of homeless. So, you know, I just went ahead and tried out building a residential neighborhood, and, you know, it worked. Obviously, like these houses here, they're for the more wealthy. The rent costs too. And for my normal modern apartment blocks, which are really nice, you know, they're equipped with air conditioning or climate control and doorman kiosks. So what people do is, you know, if they want to make some money off their housing, you know, like apartment buildings and stuff like that on their island, if you guys want to expand into other buildings other than the apartment block, the classic apartment block, which is, in my opinion, the most efficient. Look how many families it can house. You know, what I actually did was I disabled free housing, you know, even though it's a really good edict. I disabled free housing, and what I did was I just set all my all my rent on all my apartment blocks. I set them to 0, and basically, you know, that's basically like free housing, except, you know, the better ones cost more. Like the condominiums cost $1 or 1 peso or whatever the currency is, and like houses cost 2, and like mansions cost 5. So. Oh look, it's a criminal, and she's living in the mansion. She's from Germany. Wow, you immigrate here to do crime, and you expect to, you know, live. Not even talking about, you know, arresting her. I'm gonna kill her. Let's arrange an accident. Yes. Okay, we don't need no criminals on this island. But yeah, obviously another thing is always build hospitals. Try not to build clinics, you know, only if you have limited space. Always build hospitals near your residential neighborhoods, because look, all my hospitals are full. Like, let me show you another example. Where do I have another hospital here? Oh yeah, like here, look at that, it's full. Service quality is 127 too. You can also, what my friend does, when he played Tropico actually, I remember I was over at his house and I was looking. He built 3 hospitals in a residential neighborhood, and then he set the first one on preventative medicine, the second one on obstetrics, and the third one on the third option here, gerontology, I think. And you know, people, that's like 3 times the capacity. Obviously, you pay 3 times the money, but then you get all the benefits pretty much for that particular residential neighborhood. A thing about your military, obviously, I had to have a high military on my island because, if you look here, in the beginning I had huge rebel problems. You know, people expect a lot fast. People want more faster. And, you know, like back, you know, when you're just starting, you don't have much money and you're trying to, you know, build up your economy. And then you got rebels that are trying to bring your whole operation down. So that's a pain in the ass, obviously. About tourism, I'll talk about army in a second. About tourism, make sure you expand into that later. I mean, some people can start off their island with like a tourist industry, but if you look at the real world, like places like Cuba, the Dominican Republic, like a lot of these places, they had to, you know, stabilize their economy. Even though some places don't have their economy stabilized, they had to, you know, stabilize their economy to some degree before actually having a tourist industry. I think that the Cuban tourist industry only started like 10 years ago, or maybe like 15 years ago. Yeah, something like that. But you know, it's pretty recent. So yeah, anyway, about armies, as you can see here, army bases, you know, you don't really build them to have more jobs on your island. All they do is they provide housing for your army, for your soldiers. But the good thing about them is that they actually recruit generals. As you can see here, generals. You can only build 1 armory, which has 3 spots for 3 generals. And then you can't really, you know, have any more like general hiring buildings unless you build army bases, which I think cost more. But yeah, so basically you have to build more army bases to have more generals. And the reason for that, like the reason why you want to have more generals, is because you want to have more guard stations on your island, like these things right here. And I think there's like a ratio. I think it's like 9 soldiers to 1 general. So yeah, basically it's like 9 soldiers to 1 general. If you don't have enough generals, it'll just say, you know, not enough generals, and you need to recruit more. So yeah, that's that. I tried using up. Oh look, the horticulture building here. I actually reforested slightly this neighborhood with weird looking trees, but nonetheless beautiful. I tried my fishing market over here. It didn't really work. See, my predictions were exactly like my hypothesis was turned out to be exactly right about the fish here. Like, I thought that I could just build a bunch of fish farms, you know, and I thought they were clean because they're like the modern ones. If you go look, if you don't have modern times, it's the Fisherman's Wharf for you, or if you're just playing like, you know, in the 1950s, then it's the Fisherman's Wharf, and that all the older buildings have more pollution. But if you look here, I built like 7 of these, and like I remember 5 years later checking like game time, it became all red, and they made like no money. But look, for some reason the canneries here, like I built canneries to support the fish market, they're still outputting a lot of stuff here. I'm not exactly sure what, but look at that. Output storage is insane. And I don't know like what's going on with this output storage. I mean, I built a bunch of Teamsters offices here, and they're not really doing anything with that. So that's obviously a problem that comes with the game. Oh yeah, once you have enough money, one thing about construction offices, you don't really need them, to be honest. Quick building stuff is way more efficient. You know, you just pause the game, build up a new neighborhood, unpause, quick build everything. That's what I did, and it worked out. Oh yeah, about docks, you only want to expand your docks when I'd say when you make, when you like reach an export of 800,000 or maybe like 1 million, I'd say 800,000 on 1 dock, then you want to build a second dock. And I think that I made a mistake here by building my second dock like right here. I wanted to have like a harbor area of my island, but actually a comment pointed out that, you know, this wasn't really intelligent because traffic jams can form over here when the Teamsters are, you know, all over the island when they're coming to load the stuff onto the ships or into the containers, and because of that, you know, you might get less of the product out of your country. So, yeah, a tip for you guys: don't build your docks this close to each other. Build them like one here, one here. You know, try spreading them out. even though you want it to look nice, you know, sometimes you have to sacrifice beauty for other things. Oh yeah, schools. Always remember to build schools, like, everywhere. Okay, like grade schools too. Like, even though they're not required, look, they educate your, you can control the youngsters' minds, you can brainwash them if you want, you can change their, like, there are these options here. Field trips, they gain skill in a random profession. Some of the children become loyalists, intelligence increases, and obedience training. You know, there's like options like that for everything in this game, so make sure you use that. This little neighborhood, I built this to, you know, handle the increased exports, and, you know, like, look, 305,000. It's taking a fraction of my industries out of the island, so that's good. And, you know, we've got canneries working here as well. Look at that, they're making insane amounts of money. Canneries are literally, like, amazing. Like, look at that. If you upgrade them, though, make sure you upgrade them, because, I mean, the upgrade only costs like a few grand, and then it'll get you, like, in the long run, like, a few $1,000,000 more. So it's very good, you know, like, payoff. It's very good profit here. Oh yeah, the reason I built this is just, you know, to look nice, you know, when the ships are coming in. But yeah, that's my island. Let's go ahead and see how many rebels I have one last time. I have 2 rebels. Oh yeah, one thing about my Swiss bank account, I didn't really bother putting it up, you know, because I don't really see the point in it unless you're trying to go for some, like, high score, like best Tropico 4 player in the world with the highest amount of money in your Swiss bank account. But, you know, I'm not that type of guy. I'm just making videos for you guys. And yeah, threat level here, as you can see, 2 rebels, 6 criminals, 117 soldiers. So we have a lot of soldiers. Well, that's pretty much it so far for the overview. This is the tourist industry. If you haven't watched my other episodes, if you're only watching this is my tourism industry on my island. Works out pretty nicely. You know, we got people living in even in these small bungalows. Like, oh, that's a maid. See? So yeah. Oh yeah, make sure you build the garbage disposal everywhere. That comes becomes handy. Make sure you build an airport as well near your tourist industry, like somewhat near. Yeah, that's pretty much it. One thing I want to do before I end the series, I want to build the where is it? The Babel Tower. This thing is humongous. Look at that. I don't really have anywhere to build it though, so we're gonna have to demolish something. Like, we can build it. Like, this is the financial sector. Like, maybe I should build it here. Hey, you know what? We're just gonna demolish a farm or something. Okay, let's go ahead and demolish this whole area. Since we're leaving office, we can go ahead and, you know, sacrifice a few things. We're not gonna be the ones fixing the problems on the island soon. It's gonna be a different guy or a different girl. We're not sexist either. Come on, blow it up. Come on, that's one thing I hate about Tropico. It takes like a while, like a long while to demolish things. Classified building occupation threat. Excellent. Okay, cool. Okay, excellent. Taiwan belongs to the Chinese. Maybe I should just find another place to build it here. Here, let's build it here on farmland, actually. Luxury attraction, or sorry, welfare and economy, Babel Tower. Woo. There you go. Even though that doesn't really look nice. There. Wait, nope. I almost got it. Like, I want to build it like kind of like horizontally, you know. But I'll build it like that. How much is it a quick build? 86,000? No problem. We got money. Look at that. Where is like the... Oh, there. That's how high it is. Wow. You can see that from far. Holy crap. It's like the... reminds me of the Burj Khalifa in Dubai. Looks similar. Look at this. And what is this? Is this like the... is this like the you know, like the residence for office workers? Oh no, okay. Oh, okay, the more people basically that work here, the more income you get. Okay, I get it. Okay, so it's basically like an income generating building. But yeah, anyways, I think I did everything I needed on this island. Like, I mean, obviously there's empty spots here, but that's a volcano. This is just tourist industry. This is, you know, pretty much like nothing so far. But, you know, we can at least leave some vegetation. But thanks for watching, guys. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe for future series and Let's Plays. You know, leave a comment. Tell me what you thought about this series, if you liked it, if you didn't like it. And yeah, I'm going to be thinking about my next series. and I'll probably be uploading that soon in a few days. Alright guys, this was DanTheGreatHD. I hope you enjoyed the series. See you around.